Greetings, my friends, and Happy New Year. We are coming into the very first new moon cycle of the year, which is happening in the sign of Capricorn. So the sun and the moon are both in Capricorn now, which really supports us in aligning with the energies of resourcefulness, tenacity, organization, as we're coming into 2021. So this Capricorn new moon is setting the tone, the energy for the entire year ahead. More than any other new moon cycle of the year, the new moon in Capricorn is best for focusing on practical, attainable, long-term goals. So ask yourself, what have I been intending to set into motion this year? So again, it's about the bigger picture, longer term goals, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a separate video I'm going to upload tomorrow that is going to be sharing personal growth empowerment practices that are aligned with the January new moon cycle. But for now, we're going to take a little bit of a look at the astrology, and we're going to take a look at some cards to get some spirit messages that support us during this first week of the new moon cycle. One thing that I want to talk about is that this particular new moon is aligned with the energy of Pluto, which further emphasizes ambitious energy. The Pluto energy intensifies our focus and ambitions to catapult us forward. So during this new moon, it's a really good idea to set some clear intentions and do some ceremonial work around your intentions to supercharge them. The other thing I'm going to mention here is that we do have Jupiter conjuncting Mercury this week, which further supports all things having to do with long-term planning. The focus is on the big picture now, and the more optimistic we can remain, the more that's going to attract positive experiences. We have Mercury squaring Uranus, which can bring in sudden flashes of insights and inspirations. We have Venus trining Neptune, which activates creative interest, creative inspiration. It also further supports us in getting clearer on our bigger picture goals and dreams and aligning our intentions with that. However, we do have a Mars squaring Saturn, which can bring in a little bit of a feeling of angst around timing. Saturn is all about the world of form, manifestation, timing, linear time, while Mars is about taking action. And so there could be, again, a little bit of a feeling of angst around having big ideas, big plans, and then the reality of moving through time and space and implementing those things. However, with all of the other positive energies that we've got going on, I think overall it's going to be a good balance. The most significant energies right now are all about supporting us in really gaining clarity as to our bigger picture goals and dreams and setting those goals in motion. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. Today, I'm going to be working with the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. I felt that this is going to be really fitting for just us shifting into the new year. So among the opportunities that this January new moon brings us is all around personal growth practices that are aligned with the natural cycles and energies of nature. So I'm going to talk more about that in the empowerment video I'm going to upload tomorrow. But let's go ahead and see what wants to come up for us for this week to support our journeys. Here we go. Let me just take a moment to tune in here. Okay, let's see what wants to come up. I'm going to select 5 cards. Okay. All right, I'm going to lay them all out, see what wants to come up. The first card that's coming up is called the Goblin, and this energy is all about the wounded human ego. This is aligned with what's going on astrologically with Chiron now. Chiron is connected to our unhealed wounds, and Chiron is in Aries right now, which can give it a little bit of a fire, a little bit of a sort of rearing up type of energy. This is a really good week to just sort of check yourself and ask yourself, do I have things being triggered in me that might be connected to circumstances that are in my life right now? It's a really good time for self-evaluation and to do some healing work around your inner wounds. Now, this is showing up in the position that is talking about what the best use of our focus is right now. And so it's about awareness, right? So when the goblin comes up, it's an opportunity for us to pause, reflect, and check our motives. Ask yourself, am I having a tendency to come from a space of ego? Are circumstances in your life triggering unhealed issues that need to be addressed? So this is just a really good week to have some honest self-reflection, evaluation, and do what you need to do to keep yourself aligned with higher vibrations. Okay. So the next card that's coming up is talking about creative inspiration, things having to do with our life path. And it's the Fire Fairy coming up, which inspires creative action and optimism. We already talked a little bit about how this is aligned with the astrology that's happening this week. So this week, pay attention to whatever those sudden flashes of insights or creative inspirations or ideas are that are coming up for you. Make sure you write them down, because this is a week with the new moon energies and the astrology that's happening around the new moon again, where we could very likely have sudden flashes of insights, inspirations that we can utilize in implementing and moving forward with the planning of those long-term goals. So this is a week to really embrace creative inspiration and action. One of my favorite cards, the mystery card, is coming up in the direction that indicates things connected to our intuition, going with the flow, things of that nature. And the mystery card reminds us of the great mystery in life. This is a really good time to tap into and nurture your sense of connection with spirit. Again, this is a part of what I'm going to be talking about more in the video that I'm going to upload tomorrow. The mystery card encourages us to embrace the unknown elements of your life, the unknown aspects of the realm of divine presence, magic, and mystery in the world. It reminds us that it's within the mystery of what sometimes is called the dream weave in shamanism, that this is where magic and miracles happen, embracing the unknown as being a space where all things are possible. If there's areas in your life that you're feeling a little bit in the dark with, embrace it, invite it to guide you. I find that in my life, when I'm facing uncertainty, it's in inviting in the energy of the unknown, the energy of uncertainty, to guide me in a sacred way that enables me to recalibrate and realign. It's not a bad thing to be in the energy of uncertainty. In fact, it gives openings and spaces for new opportunities, situations, circumstances to arise. So this week, embrace anything that feels like it's an unknown component to your life, anything that feels like a calling for you to strengthen your connection with the shadow aspects of yourself, which can intertwine with the healing opportunities that are connected with this goblin energy coming up. And let's see what wants to come forward in regard to the physical plane. So this is how we can take action, how we can ground ourselves, how we can root. And the risk card is coming up. So letting yourself take risks, of course, risks that are aligned with your inner guidance, right? This is about allowing yourself to have the courage and the strength to move beyond your comfort zones, to really be willing to bet on yourself, so to speak, in regard to what your bigger picture goals and dreams are. It's very aligned with the themes that are happening astrologically in the way that we are all being guided to get clear on and put some energy into our bigger picture goals and dreams, our longer term goals, the goals that require a little bit of time to unfold or manifest, this risk energy is saying that this is a time for us to think outside of the box, change things up, move beyond our comfort zone or expand our comfort zone, a time to break free from the known, usual, routine aspects of our lives and get some fresh energy going on by letting yourself embrace opportunities for new experiences. And then the last card I'm going to look at today is the overall message from Spirit. And it's the Wind Fairy, which is all about the world of inspiration, thoughts, intellectual pursuits. The card showed up reversed in the spread, which to me is an indicator. It's not so much about communicating externally with our voice, with our words, but it's a time of listening to our inner guidance. It's also a time of cultivating knowledge. It's a really good time to endeavor on learning things that are connected to skills that you might need for manifesting those bigger picture goals and dreams. The Wind Fairy reminds us of the power of our intellect. So having introspection through listening to what our inner being is compelling us towards, and then using the intellect to develop plans and strategies, setting things into action. So I'm going to leave you all with that for now, but stay tuned for the personal growth empowerment practices for the January moon cycle that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow. Okay, guys, love you. I'll see you then.